Go ahead with any questions.
If you had a 15 edge on rebounds tonight, but win this by 4, the board effort was good. How are they getting back in this game on you time after time?
Well, they're a good team. I mean, they're a top 15, top 12 team. I mean, that's what's going to happen. You know, in this league right now, I'm sure Florida State was saying the same thing. How did Louisville get back in the game? You know, you're playing good teams. It's the way it's going to be. There is no just showing up and trying to hit a home run the first 3 possessions and maybe get up 15-2 and think, okay, it's game over. Teams are too good. Our league is too good. You know, at one point in time, I think we had 7 teams ranked in the top 25. You know, Virginia Tech just went down to Miami and lost. Miami goes to NC State and wins after NC State just beats Notre Dame at home and at Florida State. So everybody, everybody top to bottom, our league has gotten better. There is no walk in the park. Georgia Tech, I heard, beat Syracuse today. So you have to show up and be prepared to play. And that's what we're focusing on right now. We're really working on possession by possession and understanding stop, score, stop, stop, score, stop. In order for us to get to that next level, that's what we have to be able to do.
Coach, after a tough road loss against Florida State, what does a win today against Miami do for team chemistry moving forward?
Well, you know, our team chemistry is great. I mean, it's nothing that I was concerned about. We're 16-4 right now. We've had 3 losses where we've been up in the fourth quarter, 2 of them up with 5 minutes to go against top 5, top 6 teams. So it's not like we're not competing and have a chance to win. Now it's a matter of continuing to break down those last 7 or 8 minutes of games and showing our kids, here's where we have to get better. Here's what we have to do. You know, I thought we managed the game extremely well at the end of the first half. Our players did a great job. You know, and that's part of what we're trying to teach them is know how many fouls we have. How many fouls, team fouls we have to give. Instead of letting them sit out there and then come off a ball screen, let's make them take the ball out of bounds twice, which is what our kids did. And then with 12 seconds, they're trying to enter it on the side, and we come up with a steal. And then we get a chance to call timeout. They came out and pressed. We did a great job of hitting Asia in the middle of the floor. And then I got to give Mariah credit. The one thing I'll say of her is when she wants the ball, she screams for it. You know, Asia was going to go in and attack, which would have been a great shot, but Mariah screamed for it. She's wide open, hits her for a 3, which was a big 3 going into the half. So, you know, we know what we're capable of doing. Now it's a matter of continuing to get consistency from the entire team. You know, and that's what I keep challenging them on. Our bench it's going to be important. Our bench is going to have to play. But I keep telling them, like, I don't have 6 minutes in any game to just throw you out there and say, hey, let's see what happens. It's practice. Practice is where they build that confidence in themselves. I think a lot of players think, in order for me to stay in, I've got to score. I've got to score. No. You know, come up with a stop, come up with a rebound, make a nice pass. And then when you get your opportunity, if it's around the basket or an open jump shot, then knock it down. You know, Bianca Dunham, you know, has not played very much, but she's practiced well the past few days. And it was at a point I was like, hey, let's see what she can do. And she goes out there, goes 2 for 3 offensive boards. I mean, did a great job for us. So she took advantage of that opportunity, but she was preparing herself in practice. So our team chemistry, I think, is fine. The morale was good. It's, you know, they asked me on TV, Miami's 3-3 in the league. Look who they've played starting off the league. You know, Florida State, they played NC State, they've played us, Virginia Tech. I mean, they're playing some pretty darn good basketball teams. So if I'm Katie, am I concerned about being 3-3? Not at all. Because they've been in every game, and she has a heck of a ball club, and she does a great job with them.
Both into the half and then into the game, is Mariah Moore a particularly good end-of-clock kind of player?
Well, I mean, she hits a huge shot. I mean, what Mariah does is she can knock down some open shots for us. Like, you know, she's not necessarily a create for herself, but Asia created the three at the end of the half. And even there towards the end, she made a great backdoor cut, and BJ hit her. She missed the layup. But then I think we got it back, and Maisha finally got fouled. And then Maisha steps up and makes two free throws. Mariah moves really well without the ball. I just continue to challenge her to work on her ball handling. Because as you look, like, she came up with 4 offensive boards, which was fantastic. And she'd be able to get more if she could create for herself at times. But, really happy with the way she's shooting the basketball right now. The past, I think, 2 weeks, she's really come back to where she was, and she has been. Once we can get everybody just playing good, not great, just good, I mean, we're going to be a hard team to play against.
On the three you usually go to on the playing good, Heinzel and Moore and Durr, would you say 2 of the 3 played good again tonight, or all 3?
Well, I thought offensively Asia didn't play great, but she did a really good job of rebounding the basketball. She had 4 assists again tonight. She has 8 assists in the past 2 games. She had 24 previous to that for the whole season. So she's doing a really good job of getting others involved and making basketball plays. And I've been challenging her to rebound the ball. And she comes up with 8 again tonight. I think everybody gets all caught up in scoring because that's all they do. You look at a stat sheet. It's fans, it's parents. If they're not able to be here, all they can do if they don't watch the game is look at a stat sheet and be like, oh, man, she was 2 for 12, must not have played well. You can do a lot more than just score. And I thought she did that tonight. But for us, when we get all 3 of them just playing good offensively, then we're really going to be tough to play against. I thought Breonna Jackson played extremely well. And not because she went 5 for 11, but she disrupted a lot defensively for us. 4 assists and 1 turnover. She's really doing a great job of running the team.
Jeff, you mentioned Mariah and her shooting. What's been the difference the last couple of weeks?
Well, she's been getting in the gym some extra, and then it's all confidence. Like if you shoot it, pray it's going to go in. It's normally not a good thing. Shoot it with confidence, believing it's going to go in. I laugh with them all the time. I'm a big believer in prayer. I said, but there's a few things that I do know. Like before you take an exam, I advise you to study and not just pray on it. Because I don't think you're going to get the answers. And it's the same way with basketball. Like, you can go home and have a good devotion and pray on it, that the ball goes in, but if you don't practice it, it's not going to happen. So let's do a little practice and a little prayer and see what happens. Now I'll probably get in trouble for that now. Golly, sorry. Not trying to hurt anybody's feelings.
I'll tell the Baptists to lay
Yeah.
off.
I mean,
I'll do a mass for you.
I'm good with everybody. Thank you, everybody. I sure appreciate y'all coming out. What you got?
More, about the catapult system. What does that mean to your program?
Well, it's great because our players see the truth.
Right.
Like I can sit there and be like, man, I worked really hard today. I was all over the place, and then I show them their numbers, and it's like, no, you didn't. You can't fake it. That's a great thing about it is you can't fake it, which for them, though, it's a good thing, too. Because then they can see, like, man, I did go hard today. Look, I got to keep doing that. And when we go hard, we are a really, really good basketball team. Maisha Hines-Allen said it after the Virginia game. Man, when we play hard, we're really good. And then I also said, Maisha, you realize what you just said. When we play hard, we're really good. That should not be something you have to say. You should always play hard. And she's like, I got you. I always say, we have great kids. They're high character kids. I was fortunate enough to bring my daughter today for the entire day, my 3-year-old, and my players are wonderful with her. I mean, they all come and say hi to her and play with her. They're fantastic young women. Very fortunate to have them in our program. But we're always trying to teach them. Always trying to teach them about life and about going hard and about putting yourself out there and small things. I watched the football game last night. New England, who'd they play? Houston. And the young man that set the record, he was being interviewed at the end of the game. And great interview. And then the female reporter said something to him, and he said, yes, ma'am. And boy, I Googled his name. and who he was, because I was really impressed, because you don't hear that. I mean, that's how I was kind of brought up. Yeah, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And to see that on national TV, a National Football League player, you normally only hear about the bad things. Boy, that was fantastic. I talked to my kids about it. I was just really, really impressed that he finished off an interview with a yes, ma'am.